Well, hey everybody, we're coming to you tonight from Blowing Rock, North Carolina, at the first theme park ever in the state of North Carolina, and that is
Tweetsie Railroad.
Tweetsie Railroad. Now, this was the first theme park ever. This is a place that you and me both came as children. It's not far from the house. It's just a short drive up the mountain. It's located on Highway 321, roughly halfway between Blowing Rock and Boone. The address is Blowing Rock. What was that, 300?
300 Tweetsie Railroad Lane, I believe.
And you can hear the railroad now as we're doing this intro. We've not been up here in a long time. It's been well over 20 years when our boys were small, but we heard they got some really nice Christmas lights, so we wanted to come up here and experience. You're going to be hearing that a lot more in this video. We're going to be riding that train at 9:30. It's just a little bit before 6 now. We wanted to come up here and show you the Christmas lights. Now, the Tweetsie Railroad has a little bit of a history. It goes back to the 1800s. What you just heard there is old number 12. There were 13 coal-fired locomotives associated with Tweetsie Railroad. That's old number 12. It actually was originally between the East Tennessee and the Western North Carolina Railroad Company to establish a railroad starting from Johnson City to the North Carolina line. It eventually got extended over to Boone. Then it eventually kind of went under and got sold to a company in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Then it was owned by Gene Autry. Gene Autry bought it from the company in Harrisonburg, but a Blowing Rock native wanted to bring it back to its home here in the mountains of North Carolina, so he bought it from Gene Autry. So there's a long history there, but we both come to Tweetsie Railroad, and actually the nickname is kind of interesting. That's the nickname the mountain people gave it because of the tweet made by the whistle.
Yeah.
So we came here as children. In other words, we were tweeting long before there ever was a Twitter. Okay. People here in Western North Carolina were the first people to ever tweet, wasn't they?
Yep.
So we're going to go up into Tweetsie Railroad tonight, and we're going to show you around a place we haven't been in a long time. But what we're also going to do, since we came here as children, right now we're going to insert some old photos we found of us when we were children up here. So that ought to be fun. So some of them, I found one when I was 4 years old up here, and there's a couple more, and I think you found some as well.
And I'll say on mine, I look like I'm scared of everything. It's because when we were on the train, they had Indians, and he said he was going to scalp me, and I looked terrified.
All right, we'll try not to let you get scalped tonight, but let's go on up here to Tweetsie Railroad. But before we take you inside of Tweetsie on our visit, we want to share some pictures of past visits to Tweetsie Railroad. This is the only place that we could think of where Shaughnessy has pictures of herself as a child. I have pictures of myself there as a child, and we have pictures of our children there as well. So we want to start off by showing you some past pictures of Tweetsie Railroad that were taken years ago. So the first picture here is our son Tyler, who is now a police officer, and this was him back about 26 years ago at Tweetsie, sitting on the horse.
And the next picture is Dylan, and as you can tell, he is not too happy in that picture. And also the next picture where they're in the little boats riding, he still isn't happy, and I do not remember what happened that day.
We don't know why Dylan was having such a bad day, but apparently he was not enjoying himself.
No, he wasn't. Growing up, I loved horses, and as you can see in the picture of me and my three sisters, we got our picture there. I'm the one actually standing. I'm sure I got on the horse at some point, but my picture wasn't taken. The second picture, you can see me in the foreground looking kind of worried. An Indian had just come through and was threatening to scalp people, and I was quite concerned about it. In the third picture, you can see my mom, my youngest sister, and myself. They're in the car getting ready to go on the train ride.
And this next picture is actually one of me when I was 4 years old. That's me in the foreground. You see my cousin Kevin in the background. He's trying to stand up and it looks like maybe ring the bell on the boat there. That's the same boat ride that you just saw Tyler on and Dylan just a few minutes ago. So that's been there a long time. But anyway, I was 4 years old in this picture. My cousin Kevin, y'all have heard me talk about him. He actually grew up and served the country as a Navy SEAL and in the Army Delta Force. And this next picture is he and I sitting on a horse. That was the same day. I was 4 years old. I think every child that goes to Tweetsie sits on the horse. And this last picture is me being held by Fred Kirby. You heard me mention him in the video. He was the staple cowboy at Tweetsie for years and years. He finally did pass away at the age of 85 back in 1996. He was also known as having a Saturday morning TV show, Fred Kirby's Cartoon Corral. So we just wanted to share these with you, and we hope you enjoy them. Now, come along with us to Tweetsie Railroad at Christmas. Okay, now one individual we did not mention in the beginning intro was a staple cowboy here for many, many years at Tweetsie Railroad. How many of you all remember Fred Kirby? Now, when you would come to Tweetsie, he was a staple here for many years. I'm trying to zoom back out. I seem like I'm too close on this. Fred Kirby was actually a country western singer, songwriter, recording artist, and he lived locally here. He also worked with WBTV News in Charlotte, and he also had the Fred Kirby Cartoon Corral back in, I guess, the 70s and 80s. I remember him from the 70s. He always had his signature red shirt on with the tassel. It was a red western shirt. One time I came and he had a blue one on. So that was the only time I ever saw him in the blue one, but it was almost always the red. Yeah, he was a staple here for many, many years. He passed away in 1996 at the age of 85, but if you grew up going to Tweetsie and you remember Fred Kirby, leave it in the comments. Okay, so we have made it up here to the ticket booth. Okay, so the train is in, so let's go over here and look at the train. The one you just heard in the intro. It's all coming back to me. You know, it's been a long, long time, but
as a kid, the horse over there, I love that. So I've got a picture of me and my sisters, Dylan and Tyler, when they were little, and you.
And is that the one Kevin and I were sitting on as well?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go sit on it for old time's sake? We got to get that. And here she is, a full-grown woman, back in the saddle again.
How am I gonna get off?
Okay, so over here's the jail, so let's see if we can stay out of jail this time. No, she couldn't do it. I didn't figure she could. She is in the Tweetsie jail. I believe you got thrown in jail in St. Augustine last year too, didn't you?
I did, but you're going to get me out, right?
Well, I was able to get you out then, save you from the gallows, but I don't know about this time.
You can do it. I have
They're a
all
little
the
tougher on
confidence.
crime here.
Yeah.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
So here is the Cowboy Cantina if you're hungry. So, are you hungry? Well, do you want to go into the Cowboy Cantina or see what else is here?
Let's walk through and see what's on here.
Well, let's see what they got in here too. Kind of like it in here. It's pretty nice. Kind of has a western theme to it, as you would expect here at Tweetsie Railroad. Popcorn, and that pizza does not look half bad. There's the pretzels. Alright, so we're going to walk into the general store now and check this place out and see what kind of souvenirs they've got in here. Here are some really, really pretty items right here.
Paper in here, just about used everything there. Get down bad there, get more hell and little feet, you know.
So if anybody's in there, you need
Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. All right? Yeah, okay. And just as soon as they get through reading this Sears and Roebuck catalog, it'll be fine.
Okay, so we're going to walk now over to the Western Mercantile. We can do all that from the general store and still stay warm. We don't have to go back outside. Oh, how many of you went to Cherokee and had one of these? I had several of those.
What if they got my tambourine here?
I was actually looking in that other store for you. I didn't see it.
I've always looked.
You sure you didn't maybe get it up here?
It said Cherokee on it.
Oh, okay. Well, then my guess is you got it in Cherokee then. Little Indian princesses. Yeah, you had a little pink tambourine as a little girl.
Yes.
And it said Cherokee on it. And you had looked all over Cherokee for another one.
I have. Do you remember these?
I do. I had several of those.
Yeah, I did too.
These were always
Yeah.
fun to play with.
Yeah, I used to love those Western sets. Cowboys and Indians. I love seeing stuff like
I
that.
know. And like horses, like those little horses over there.
Those. Oh, okay, yeah. Yep, I see those. Did you ever used to have one of these?
No, I never had one.
I'm sorry about your tambourine. I don't think they make them anymore. You bought the last one?
Probably.
So they got girls' pistols, boys' pistols. Let's look at this chuck wagon here. I do believe we're going to be here for the train coming back here. Another marshmallow roasting area out here, just like Tanglewood had. Looks like you only get one marshmallow on that stick, don't you? That's all I see.
Don't use the sun. I've already done it.
You ready? I don't think we're prone to motion sickness, so we'll see. like you're turning when you're on that thing.
Honestly, had to hold on.
So that's what we just went through right there. It's called the Blizzard, and it actually does make you feel like the little walkway that you're on is moving. That's what I've been wanting to get right there. Thought that was neat. Notice how the snow gets deeper. Okay, so they got a little trailer out here that you can get you some s'mores. Marshmallows, hot chocolate, or apple cider. And by the way, it is not just one marshmallow. You actually get a packet of them, with several of them.
Big hair.
Let's see. Okay, we are hungry, so we're gonna step into the Cowboy Cantina and see what some of this Tweetsie food tastes like. Okay, so we're gonna try some of the food. All the seating inside is taken, so we're gonna have frozen pizza tonight out here and a pretzel. So let's get a good look at the pizza there. It don't look too bad. I'm not expecting New York, Brooklyn style or anything, but
And then the pretzel.
okay. Again, you can tour. It's like a gingerbread house.
Gingerbread house, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess they got it decorated, candies and stuff in here.
It's warm, so it's worth doing. Okay, so we're gonna stay to the right. So. custom-made woodworking things here. You got coat racks. Yep, we're about halfway between Boone and Blowing Rock. Boone 4 miles, Blowing Rock 4 miles.
Oh, yeah.
Like memo or notepad with your personalization on it.
Apparently, this is what they do when they're not making stuff. They have a perfect push-up, some ankle weights, some dumbbells. So apparently they work out when they're not working.
Good use of time. They have you a little train made. I don't remember this being here. That's pretty nice. So it looks like they got them in the state of North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. Now we got some live gingerbread people up here. See them?
I do.
Okay, now we are getting ready to go into the Tweetsie Palace for a Christmas show. I think they're going to sing some Christmas songs to us. So we're going to go in there and sit till it starts at 8, get out of this cold and enjoy some Christmas music.
Oh
few minutes, and then we'll be right back out for some handshakes and photographs. We want to thank you all for spending the evening here at Tweetsie Railroad. Merry Christmas!
Okay, our last thing of the evening before we go home is we're going to ride the train. It is almost 9:30, and normally we like to sit far back. We're going to sit up close tonight for a couple of reasons. We're hoping to get a little bit of warmth off that engine. Don't know if that'll happen, but we also want to be near the noise in case we're playing music so we can record. So we should be leaving the here we go. Okay, we're going to give you our final thoughts on Tweetsie Railroad and the Christmas lights. We've not been here in well over 20 years, even though we live half an hour away.
Really close.
Yeah, it's more, I guess, it's more of a child-centered, family-friendly theme park. We came up tonight really to walk around. We had seen Mike and Karen's video here from a couple of years ago. It looked really nice. We wanted to see it ourselves, so we did. And so we just decided to come up this year.
I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
When we pulled in the parking lot, we were like, wow, looking at all the lights. It's like really, really pretty. They got it decorated very nicely.
Yeah, even from the road you can see how lit it is. I was surprised how many people were here tonight. A lot of people.
A lot of people.
So what did you think of everything, from the food to the way it's set up to the train ride?
Well, the whole park isn't open. Just like the main little area down here and to the side. I think they basically had 4 like little amusement rides going.
Yeah.
So we got here, what was it, a little after 6. Our train ride was at 9:30, and really we saw everything that we wanted to see, taking our time. Saw the same singing show almost twice before our train ride.
Yeah.
So there's really, I mean, unless you got kids, you know, you can see it pretty quickly. Did enjoy the lights and the train ride. The food, pizza was okay. The pretzel was kind of hard and dry. But, you know, it was just snack food, just something to have eaten. But the train ride, I thought the lights going through that was excellent. And they had the music playing. It was very nice, very festive.
What'd you think of the show?
The show was good too. Yeah, they could all sing and stuff like that. That was nice.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was very warm in there.
Yes.
It's in the 20s tonight. But yeah, I really enjoyed that show. We did see it twice, like you said, because by the time it was over the first time, it was nowhere close to our train ride time yet. So we had pretty much done everything else, so we just decided to stay in there and thaw out. We watched it again. Really good. They could sing. But the lights, it was lit up. I mean, amazing.
They did a good job.
I was astounded by how lit it is. I mean, and even on the train ride, there's lights pretty much. There's some sections where there's nothing, where they couldn't put anything because rock wall, but it's lit up even around the train ride, around the loop that it makes.
All the displays. Yeah.
I had an enjoyable time tonight.
Yeah, me too.
It is, I don't know if it's the same price all the time. I know, like you said, not everything was open because there's a chairlift that was closed. And I'm assuming if it's like it was, I remember as a kid, there's more stuff going up
The hill, yeah.
the hill.
Cause I said there used to be like little cars that you could ride in.
There used to be a giant's castle. You'd look in there and he was laying in his bed as a big old man, and it looked like he was breathing. I remember we used to always be scared of waking him up. But
I wish I could remember more. I was little.
But that was gone a long time ago. And then I remember they had a little boat ride. I've got a picture of me on that. But yeah,
Is that the same one Dylan was in that we looked at earlier today?
it may be.
He's
Probably
crying.
is. Yeah. The lights were amazing. Now it was $60 a person. That's what I started to say. Was it worth that? Probably if everything was open, it would be. I think considering that not a lot of the rides, even for the kids' rides, were open.
It was
Might be priced a little high, but it was still beautiful.
Yeah, I mean they decorated it very nicely. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
covering the cost of the displays
Yeah.
and the putting it up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very well decorated.
Yeah, really, I was surprised at how pretty it was. But I'm glad we came up.
Yeah, they don't have restaurants open. It's just the snack food, pizza, nachos.
The Cowboy
pretzel.
Cantina. That's
Yeah.
what we went in. Yeah, the pizza it looked a lot better than it really was. But the pretzel was, not the greatest pretzel I've ever had. But it'll put food in your stomach. You know,
Yeah.
if you're hungry, it'll take the edge off. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank y'all for watching. I know it was long. Wouldn't have been so long if I hadn't filmed the train ride. I filmed 90% of that probably. So anyway, you got anything else to add?
No, we had a good time.
We had a great time. Yeah, we're sitting here with the heat going and
Thawing out.
thawing
the
out a little bit.
cheeks.
But anyway, thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe.
Give it a thumbs up. Find and follow us on Facebook.
Have a wonderful and blessed day and a Merry Christmas.